Subscribe to this channel if you are new and turn on the notifications to stay up to date. Welcome back, guys. I am your favorite YouTuber.
I'm Einstein, bitch! Einstein, motherfucker!
Offensive damage is the most important attribute of Clash of Kings at this present moment. It decides whether you will win or lose a battle. Combined with rally size and other important factors, there are so many top players sitting with 200 to 250% offensive damage in so many kingdoms. It includes crazy spending but also carefully executing everything in your castle. Yet many people want to know how to increase their offensive damage. I do not have a maxed up castle, but I believe that my attributes are decent enough to touch on this topic and explain what all I know about this topic. Let us begin with the equipment. You can add up a 5x Archangel helmet and Omnipotence boot to have the maximum offensive damage on your Lord's equipment set. It constitutes about 10% on the boots and 5.5% on the helmet, making up a total of near about 15% offensive damage. Let us have a look on the heroes now. You have to pick up your heroes wisely. There are so many out there in the hero palace right now, and the game keeps on adding more and more every other month. I usually pick up Death Knight as my main hero, as Christina is not ready with 4 stars and maxed up random attributes. Although I might switch to Warhammer because of him carrying the highest offensive damage out of all the heroes. The offensive damage on this hero is near about 15%. You don't believe me? Look, there is a total of 3% offensive damage in his talent points. But that is not it. There is an additional 4% offensive damage per random attribute that you can add up on this hero. So if you are fortunate enough, you can have 3 times 4% offensive damage here, making up a total of 3 plus 12, that is 15%. Let us have a look on the equipment that would make your offensive even higher. We can use the same Omnipotence boot that we used on Lord, giving us approximately 10% offensive damage, and for the helmet you can either have a 5% Archangel helmet with 3 offensive damage attributes of 1.8% each, or the Queen's helmet giving you a total of 5% offensive damage straight. That makes up a total of 15% offensive damage by equipment set. By now we have near about 30% by hero and 15% on Lord, giving us a total of 45%. Let us move to the Dragon Word. Skyfall is an 8th order ancient dragon word and contains about 25% of offensive damage. It is a really old dragon word now. I expected some new word to outclass it in terms of offensive damage, but it still contains the highest offensive damage. Dragon Glass is another big factor that allows you to boost your offensive damage, especially if you charge it correctly. I have used dark crystals to charge my random attributes on it, including offensive damage. The maximum value without charge on my crystal can be near about 27%, but that requires very good luck. The possibility to have this maximum 27% offensive damage is rare. With 100% charge and 3 combinations of crystals, you can gain up to 10% extra offensive damage on this, making up a total of 37%, which will be highest by the Dragon Glass, although mine is near about 32%. The total offensive damage covered up so far is near about 45% plus 25% from the Dragon Word and 37% from Dragon Glass, making up a total of 107%. Now let us move towards ancestral spirit, the civilization science. There are 4 civilizations listed here, giving us a total of 90% offensive damage if you finish it all. Please note, it requires respect +1 of each civilization at the last stages as a requirement. So you guys want to focus on all the civilizations. Our total comes near about 107 plus 90. That equals to 197% offensive damage. Phew, that was a lot, wasn't it? Let us move to the next step to increase it even higher. In the magic book, there is a total of 6.5 offensive damage that you can unlock by filling up experience in these books of level 4 and 5. But that is not it. There is additional bonus in the manual at the bottom. As you can see, there is a bonus of 3%, 4%, another 3%, 3%, another 3%. That makes up a total of 22.5% offensive damage. There is additional 5% non-rally offensive damage included in the new books, but it won't work for rallies. Our total is now 197 plus 22.5, approximately 220% offensive damage for rallies. Book of Balance in Occult allows you to have another 3% offensive damage. Also, if you're still unhappy and want to have more offensive damage, you can switch your hero's equipment ring to Queen of War set, allowing you to have another 5% offensive damage. Our total is near about 220 plus 3 plus 5. That makes up 228%. And that is all we know about. After this, people try to use equipment specialization items like these, giving them an additional 8% buff of their total stats. But you might see people going even beyond that. That is because of the enhancements that have been introduced in equipments lately. It requires these stones and you can have your offensive damage to a whole other level with that. And also, if you attack alone, the non-rally offensive buff from Magic Book and Warhammer skills can constitute 30% more non-rally offensive damage, making your total 228 plus 30, that equals to 258% offensive damage plus the 8% equipment specialization. I hated mathematics so much in my life, and see what you guys made me do today. Okay, now share this video with all your friends. Let them know how they can increase the offensive damage of their castles. I hope this helps you guys a lot in the future battles in the coming KVK. Make sure to write down your offensive damage percentage in comment section so that we can figure out which subscriber has the most offensive damage in here. See you guys.